Most men will never understand this. They spend their lives chasing, running after women, perfecting pickup lines, flexing status and wealth, believing that attraction is something they can win, something they can manipulate. But they're wrong. Dead wrong. Because the brutal truth? 97.7% of women are drawn to a man for reasons that have nothing to do with his looks, his money, or even his charm. It's not something you can fake. It's not something you can copy. And that's why most men will never unlock it. But here's the kicker. Once you do, everything shifts. You won't have to chase. Women will feel your presence before you even speak. They won't just like you. They'll gravitate toward you, pulled by something primal, something unspoken. This isn't about tricks. It's not about impressing women. It's about becoming the kind of man they can't ignore. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why and how to tap into the one thing that makes a man truly irresistible. Let's begin. She doesn't want easy. She wants a thrill. Most men get this dead wrong. They think women crave compliments, grand gestures, and constant attention. They think the key to attraction is being open, available, eager. It's not. Women don't want a man who hands them everything on a silver platter. They don't want predictable. They don't want comfortable. They want tension. They want the chase. And the men who drive women wild, they understand this. Because attraction isn't about giving her more. It's about making her want more. It's the man who teases just enough to keep her guessing. The man who makes her laugh, but with an edge, a challenge. The man who shows desire, but never neediness. Teasing is an art. Done right, it's not just playful, it's addictive. Because when a woman feels that tension, when she can't predict your next move, something happens inside her. Her body reacts before her mind even understands why. Her pulse quickens, her breath catches. She leans in without even realizing it. And that's why teasing works, because it creates dopamine, the same chemical that fuels obsession, the push and pull that makes her crave you. Teasing isn't about being funny, it's about control. 1 second you compliment her, the next you smirk and take it back. Oh, you think you're cute? I don't know. I might need some convincing. You make her feel wanted but not safe. She reaches for your hand. You pull away for just a second. Then finally give it to her. You lean in like you're about to kiss her. Let the tension build. Let the anticipation hit its peak. Then, at the last second, pull back and whisper, "Not yet." That's how you get inside her head. That's how you make her think about you long after you've left. Because attraction isn't about impressing her. It's about making her feel something she can't control. And once you master that, she'll chase you. The man who plays it safe loses. There's one type of man a woman will never think about when she's lying in bed at night. The man who bores her. He plays it safe, stays polite, nods, agrees, avoids anything bold. He's terrified of making a wrong move, so he makes no moves at all. He keeps the conversation predictable, avoids controversy, and never, ever challenges her. And do you know what happens next? Nothing. She forgets him. He fades into the background, just another forgettable interaction in a sea of men who never took a risk. But the man who keeps her guessing, the man who keeps her on edge, makes her laugh, makes her question, makes her feel something real, that's the man who gets inside her head. That's the man who stays on her mind. Because when you know how to tease her just right, when you strike that perfect balance between playfulness and unpredictability, she's not just attracted to you, she's addicted to you. The man who can walk away owns everything. There's a simple truth that separates powerful men from desperate ones. The man who is willing to walk away is the man who holds all the power. Most men will never accept this. They've been conditioned to believe that the key to attraction is effort, that if they just try harder, she'll want them more. That's a lie. Think about it. What makes something valuable? Is it the thing that's always available, always texting back in seconds, always eager, always trying, always waiting? Or is it the thing that stands firm, the thing that demands to be earned, the thing that isn't afraid to walk away? Scarcity creates value, and attraction works the same way. Women don't want what's handed to them. They want what's just out of reach. The second a man shows he's willing to walk away, she starts chasing, because suddenly the script flips. Now she's the one wondering, wait, why isn't he chasing me? Why does he seem so unbothered? Did I misjudge him? And that uncertainty? That's what pulls her in. Most men don't get this. They cling, they overtext, they act as if losing her would be the end of the world. And in doing so, they destroy their own value. But the man who walks away, he changes the game. He's not afraid to lose her. He doesn't need her validation. He doesn't revolve his life around her. And that's the kind of man a woman can't resist, because attraction isn't about proving your worth to a woman. It's about making her realize your worth on her own. This is why women chase the men who seem untouchable, the ones who don't flood them with attention, the ones who don't drop everything just to please them, the ones who aren't desperate to be chosen. It's not because these men are jerks. It's because they understand one thing. They are the prize. And once you understand this, once you live by it, you'll never chase a woman again. Because here's the brutal truth. If she isn't afraid of losing you, she'll never truly respect you. And the second she feels that fear, that's when she wants you more than ever. The man who can whisper dirty without saying a word. Some men don't ask for attention. They command it. They don't rely on words. They don't need to. Before they ever lay a hand on her, before they even speak, she already feels it. Her breath catches. Her heart stutters. A current runs through her skin. And the most powerful part? She doesn't even know why. Because this isn't about being obvious. It's not about crude jokes or forced flirting. It's about the slow burn. The kind of tension that wraps around her like an invisible thread, pulling, tightening, until she's so deep in it, she doesn't even realize she's been caught. And the men who understand this, they never chase, because once she feels it, she'll chase them, turning her on without saying a word. Most men think attraction is built with words. They're wrong. It happens before a single word is spoken. It's in the way you hold eye contact. Not just looking, holding, steady, unapologetic, letting the moment stretch until she's the one who looks away. It's in the way you drop your voice. Low, controlled, slow, forcing her to lean in, listen, hang on to every syllable. It's in the way you pause. Because silence isn't empty, it's charged. A moment's hesitation before you murmur, "What am I going to do with you?" And in that pause, her body answers before her mind does. It's in the way you touch her, barely. A slow graze of your fingertips, a pause that lingers a fraction too long. You pull away just before she gets too comfortable, and that absence burns hotter than the touch itself. Seduction is in the mystery. Women don't want things spelled out. They don't want a man who rushes in, who makes his desires too obvious too soon. That kills the tension. That kills the game. They don't want to hear it. They want to feel it. They want to second guess. They want the slow unraveling. They want to wonder, is he going to kiss me? Or is he just teasing me? Because the longer she waits, the deeper she falls. Control is everything. The difference between the man who makes her knees weak and the man who tries to. Control. The man who controls the pace, owns the moment. The man who lets tension build, controls the game. The man who makes her lean in first, makes her need more. Because once a woman starts wondering, she starts craving. And once she's craving, she's already his. The man who makes her feel like a woman, owns her desire. Some men attract women effortlessly. They don't beg, they don't chase, they don't even try. And yet, when they walk into a room, women feel it. A shift in the air, a tension they can't explain, a pulse deep inside them that wasn't there a moment ago. Why? Because these men understand something most never will. A woman doesn't fall for a man's words. She falls for how she feels in his presence. And the men who make women weak, the men who drive them wild without saying a word, they know how to make a woman feel feminine. Truly, deeply, irresistibly feminine. And when you can do that, you can have her anytime you want. The shift that flips the power dynamic. Women live in their heads. They overthink. They plan. They calculate. They carry the weight of expectations, the constant need to control, to be strong, to have it all together. But when she's in front of a man who knows how to pull her out of her head and into her body, everything changes. She stops thinking. She starts feeling. And once a woman feels that pull toward you, there's no stopping what happens next. Most men never figure this out. They think attraction is about looks, money, status. They try too hard to impress. They seek approval. And that's exactly why they fail. Because attraction isn't about proving yourself. It's about making her lose herself. The art of deep, unshakable presence. A man who owns himself, owns the moment. And when a man owns the moment, he owns her attention, her body, her mind. He doesn't perform. He doesn't seek permission. He doesn't force attraction. He simply exists in a way that reminds her she's a woman. And he does it through eye contact that holds her hostage. Not fleeting glances. Steady, bold, unshaken. A gaze that doesn't just look at her. It pulls her in, makes her breath hitch, makes her stomach tighten. A voice that commands without raising it. Slow, deliberate. No rush, no hesitation. A voice so controlled, so certain it makes her lean in. Makes her hang on every word. A presence that demands space. Not by being loud, not by showing off, but by standing like a man who belongs wherever he is. A man who moves with purpose. Who takes up space like it's his. Touch that feels like a promise. A guiding hand at the small of her back. Fingertips brushing hers when taking a drink from her hand. The kind of touch that says, I could take you right now, but I'm not in a rush. And that makes her body react before she even knows why. Most men make women feel nothing. They hesitate. They seek approval. They wait for permission. And in doing so, they kill attraction before it even starts. But the man who knows how to unlock her deepest feminine energy, who makes her feel desired, safe, and completely out of control at the same time, that's the man she dreams about. That's the man she can't resist. That's the man who doesn't chase, because women come to him. Because once you master this energy, women don't just want you near them, they want to drown in you. This is the true Stoic community. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay powerful, stay in control.